The gospel reading today is, as all the gospel readings are, they have many lessons to teach. Many of them moral and ethical lessons, but also then lessons in belief. The first part of what you heard today, where we have now this rich man that goes and asks Jesus and says, I want to get into heaven. What should I do? And Jesus knows that the man is, as the Greek word here is pirazon, meaning that he's kind of playing with him. And Jesus says, well, you know what to do. And he says, well, yes. He says, I follow the law of the prophets and Moses and the Torah, the Ten Commandments. And he says, good. He says, now, there's one more thing that you need to do. And then he says, well, okay, then what's that? He says, well, sell all you have, give it to the poor, and then follow me. And then the word that follows that is polylipete. So lipome obviously is I'm sad, all right? But polylipate means that there is an intense sadness that is there. This is not just, well, I can't have another piece of cake, or somebody took the drumstick at Thanksgiving, so I don't have that. This is not what we're talking about here. So here it is that he's been taught all his life, this is now what you need to do. And many times that is who we are. That is many times, unfortunately, the trap that throughout my life I have been part of. And what I mean by that is, if I follow the Ten Commandments, then all is good. And that's not the reading that we have today. So just saying, you know what, I don't kill anybody, I don't steal anything really big. I take a few things from the office every once in a while, but you can't really count that. So I don't really steal. Generally speaking, I honor my parents. I yell at them a little bit, but generally speaking, I do that. So overall, I'm pretty good. So, and that's the way that I thought. So as long as I'm doing those 10 things, the rest of it doesn't matter. But that's not the case, because Jesus says, okay, then one thing you still lack. Sell all you have. Okay, now does that mean that in order to be Christians now, we have to sell everything we've had? You've heard me say this before. No, it's not what it means. If you want to be a monk, that's exactly what it means, that you're going to have to sell everything. That's why I'm not a monk. I'm kidding. All right, but the idea is that whatever you have been given by God. So it doesn't really belong to you. Now, meaning that you've worked hard, right? John, you got the restaurant, right? It's a great restaurant. It's been very successful. You, your dad, your brothers, right? Very successful restaurant. Does God have a part in that? Good answer, John. John, you can't see him, but John said yes. So everything that we do is a synergia, they working together with God. And this is what Christ says, is he says, now recognize what you've been given. So we don't have to sell all that we have, but we certainly need to be generous in what God has given us. And I know that in my last parish, in this parish, many times I've seen the restaurant owners on Thanksgiving, and actually throughout the whole year, when somebody is in need, I see them many times just go ahead and just give them food. Come, sit down, relax. If you don't have something, don't worry about it. That has been our philotimo, that we have, our philanthropia, that I've seen in our Greek restaurant business, mostly in Greek restaurants, because that's where I go. Right? So this is the kind of thing that we're talking about. And the next thing he says is, follow me. And this takes us beyond then the Ten Commandments. This is the difficult part now. To be Jewish, follow the Torah, follow the law. There you go. But to be Christian now, he says, Ten Commandments, yes. Oh, and by the way, behave as I behave. And this is the much more difficult part now, is because it goes beyond the Ten Commandments. So now it's not just about, did I kill somebody? No, I didn't kill anybody. Now it's about, okay, now the deeper meaning of that. Do I gossip about people? Do I insult people? Am I mean to people? Those are weapons of destruction in of themselves. So you are guilty then of having, if you have committed those sins, then you are guilty then, just as if you would have killed somebody. It's very difficult for us to comprehend that, but this is the deeper meaning that Christ gives us. And this becomes very, very difficult for us because we tend to kind of fall into that, well, I'm okay. I did the 10 Commandments. I don't have to worry. But in this passage, in this parable, in this story today, he tells us it's not just about that. It's about giving, help thy brother as I have helped you for your salvation, and then come and follow me. And that makes Christianity very, very difficult. Some people say it's easy. It's not easy. It is a life of service and recognition that what we have has been given to us by God, and then that needs to be given back to God.